Hello guys, welcome back. I am going to be doing some meal prep. So hopefully this will help give you some ideas and make it a little easier as far as in, trying to figure things out. I am going to be doing everything very simple, and I'm just going to be meal prepping for tomorrow. I am making some extra chicken breast because I do like to make sure that I have some meats for 2 or 3 days. Anytime after that, and you basically have to look at freezing some stuff because meat tends to deteriorate after the 3rd day. I don't know if you noticed, but there's kind of that taste. It just doesn't taste as fresh. And I'm very, very picky with the meats, especially things like chicken. Fish, I always have to have fresh. I cannot have leftover fish. I don't know what it is, but maybe some of you guys are feeling the same way. But let me tell you what exactly I'm going to be doing. And first, let me show you over here. I'm gonna take a look. I'm using if you look at my carousel, I'm actually gonna be using the Breville Smart Oven Air. And if you've watched any of my lives before, you know that I love this machine, but I'm not gonna be using it for everything. I'm just going to be using it for the potatoes that I'm making. And so there's one right there. But there's numerous different air fryers. But in particular, I'm using the Breville Smart Oven Air. So, and actually that's another model. But the particular model that I'm using is this one. I just highlighted it so you guys could see. Okay, so I have some chicken out, and I'm really weird about chicken. I'm just gonna roll up my sleeves a little bit. If you guys have any questions, definitely put them in the comments, in the chat section. Make sure that, if you have anything that you wanna know about, definitely ask me. I'll be happy to share any information that I know. Okay. So with chicken, I'm really picky, right? So I want to show you guys, I've already washed off, and I definitely recommend you wash your chicken, pat it dry. But if you'll notice, there's a lot of white lines and stuff. Can you guys see that on here? Let me know if you guys can see that. It's the white lines. So that is fat, and fat and tendons and stuff like that. But particularly, I'm interested in getting the fat off. So I just use the kitchen shears, and this is pretty much to me, it's the most easiest and time efficient way to get the fat off of your chicken. Some of you might be a little more careful than I am as far as in making sure that you're not cutting off some of the meat. But I just literally, it's not something that I want to eat. And then also, if you're looking at basically making sure that you're within your calories, there is actually extra fat in chicken if you're not cutting it off. So just keep that in mind. If you really want to have very lean chicken breasts, you should be cutting out that fat. And this really doesn't take very long. I'm kind of almost kind of being a little neat, just for the sake of making it a little more interesting for you guys. But yeah, so that's what I do. There's some particular areas that are really fatty, and that's kind of right in there. Also where that tendon is. I don't like to chew on that tendon. There's just something weird about it. I don't know, I'm really picky. I'm very, very picky about it. And then I put all my scraps in here. I'm trying to get everything nice and neat so that it's not all over the place. And I'll just do that with each chicken breast. So I do have some veggies. I'm gonna be basically keeping it very simple. This is just a very healthy meal prep. So it's not anything super fancy. Again, this is very time efficient. I don't like to waste my time on meal prepping. Thank you, Michael, for following me. Thanks for joining the family. I appreciate you. We got, hi, how are you? You are on every one of my lives. I'm so happy you're back. I'm doing some meal prep, some healthy meal prep. So my evening is going well. How about yours? Anything new going on? I am actually just basically what I'm doing is just meal prepping for tomorrow. I am making some extra meats, but I'm cutting off the fat on the chicken right now. I meal prep for my babies. That's awesome. That's really good. You know, I feel like it's so much less stressful if you meal prep and just kind of like get it out of the way. Some people say they don't have time. And here's the thing. You have time for what's important to you. So if that means like, you know, for me, that means like sacrificing, you know, some TV time, and I'm fine with that. I'd rather eat healthy than watch my favorite show. And these days you can watch it live on streaming. Let's see here. I so love the color of your kitchen tools. Oh, thank you so much. I have something really cool to show you guys actually. I did get it from Amazon, and it's really, really neat. I'm gonna use it to basically but to juice my lemons. So I can't wait to show you guys. Hi bro, thanks for joining. Thanks for following me, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Just doing some healthy meal prep. My air fryer is the same color I'm purchasing here on Amazon. Nice, that's so exciting. I'll tell you what, like the air fryer, it really made a huge difference in my life and in the meal prep. I mean, it's literally like, I'll be showing you guys what I do with my potatoes. It's real simple, real easy. And again, it doesn't take a lot of time. Now, I could do this a lot quicker, so just keep that in mind. It's not like, you don't have to go super slow like I am, but it's a little bit easier if I'm talking at the same time to kind of take my time so I don't like chop off any fingers or anything, because that would not be good. Definitely not be good. Yeah, you agree with me? Yeah, it does. It makes life so much simpler. I really, it's crazy because like I wasn't one of those ones that like jumped on and got an air fryer right away. I did reviews and stuff like that, and I really just kind of like took my time picking it out. So hi Alicia, you love my top. Oh my gosh. So I have to tell you something really funny about my top. My top is actually a kid's top. Like I went to the Nike outlet and I got a kid's top. I'm not even joking with you. So it's like really crazy. That's how I'm short, you know what I mean? I'm short, so I don't know. It's weird, right? Is that weird? Is it weird that I'm wearing a kid's top? I thought it was cute, so. But, so you're prepping for tomorrow. So listen, this is crazy. Like I was trying to do everything the day of. And while that's great in the beginning, it's a lot easier to meal prep if you do it like the night before. And so I was doing that for quite some time and then I stopped. And so it's like, and the whole thing is like when I get up, I just have so much to do. And meal prepping is just like another thing that I have to do, that I have to get out of the way if I do it like the next day. It's kind of like a pain though, if you don't do it when you have like some spare time and you're trying to like rush around at night, right, instead of watching TV, it's a little bit better to do it that way. So you take your 12-year-old hands down. They fit me. Yeah, it is crazy, right? There's a lot of things like, especially like women who are petite and stuff like that. I mean, I feel like we can get away with some kids' clothes every now and then. And they honestly, like they had some like the kids' clothes, like the kids' shirts. They just look like adult shirts. I mean, I was honestly surprised, and the arms are kind of big, which is crazy, but, so why use scissors and not a knife? So that's a great question. I was using a knife, but to be honest with you, it's like super easy for me to go, like for instance, I don't like this tendon in here, right? And it's literally so much easier for me to just go like this and just cut it right out and be done with it. So I don't know, I could, but I feel like for me, it's a lot easier and quicker just for me to cut like that and just cut right out. So it's quicker, I don't know. I mean, I suppose if you want to use a knife, you can. I mean, there's no issues using a knife, But yeah, for me, like I said, I'm taking my time right now because I'm talking to you guys, and I just want to be careful I don't cut off a finger. But it's just easier and it's quicker. Like I can, like when I'm not talking and interacting, I could literally like zip through all of this and just cut everything off, you know, like little pieces like this. You don't have to like cut with a knife. You can hold it up and literally just cut it off. So that's why I like using kitchen shears. Kitchen shears come in handy. They definitely do. And let's see, using scissors, so much easier to just cut and drop. Absolutely. What type of chicken do you use? So I got my chicken at, I get the organic at Costco, the chicken breasts, that big pack. I mean, I think well, I know you've been to Costco. So yeah, it's like, it's that big pack of the organic chicken breasts. You know, you don't have to get organic. You really don't. I do just because you know, I don't know. I'm one of those, I guess, one of those weird people. I don't know. I like to make sure that there's no antibiotics or anything like that in the chicken. So, you know, that's why I get organic. All right. So look, that was done. I mean, even taking my time, that was actually a lot quicker. So I'm just going to move this over here. I'm going to show you what I do with the potatoes, but let me season the chicken first. And I'm going to show you my neat tool that I have for, what is it? For the lemons, okay? Look at this. I can't wait to show you guys. It's like, it's so funny, right? You can tell that I have an exciting life when I'm super excited about showing you what I use to juice my lemons. Like that's the excitement that's going on in my life right now. So it is what it is. All right, so I'm gonna use Smeg. Now, can you guys, I think you can see this, right? This is a Smeg citrus juicer. And what kind of knife is this? This is Wusthof. It's, how do you spell it? Let me look. It is W-U-S-T-H-O-F, Wusthof. Comes in a little block. Yes, German, absolutely. So take a look at this. This is by Smeg. This is an Italian company. And this is the same color of my air fryer on the way. You got an air fryer this color? You have to let me know where you got that from. That's like really awesome. I didn't know that they had an air fryer in that color. That's, that'll match everything I have. All right, so this is gonna be what I'm doing to season my chicken. I'm gonna make it really easy. I am just gonna let it, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season it, and then while I'm preparing the potatoes and I put the potatoes in the air fryer, I am going to be allowing my chicken just to kind of like marinate for just a little bit. Let me dump this out. Okay. So, watch this, guys. Watch this. It's so much easier. Oh, but kitchen is all white. But you know what though? This color would look great with white though. I mean, this is like it's great really with anything, but with white, yeah, that would look really nice. So just purchased here on Amazon, only got it because the color is $5 versus other colors. Yes, it's definitely very, very pretty. All right. So for all of you people that like to make your own lemonade, or maybe, let me see, I think do I have it in my carousel? Let me check. I think I do. Yes. Okay. This is the juicer that I'm using. And before you guys are like, oh my gosh, $179. Let me tell you what, it's amazing because my husband is very particular, right? So he likes lemon in his water, and so basically I fill up a big jug. I fill up a full gallon for me, and I use it throughout the day, so this way I know I'm getting enough water, right? And I'm good, right? I just put a little bit of ice in it, not too much because I don't like freezing water when it's cold outside. But my husband is very particular, and he always has to have lemon in his water because he's fancy. So, yeah. So I was so tired. I was like every friggin' day, like, you know, chopping up, cutting out, you know, having to pick out the stupid pits and stuff like that. And then the handheld ones, I feel like they're so messy, and are not handheld, but the The manual ones where it's just like that bowl and then it's got like this top, that's kind of like a pain to me too because it gets all over the place and it still doesn't get all of the juice, in my opinion. You really have to use a lot of manual labor to really get all that juice out. So let me show you this. This is gonna blow your minds, right? Watch this. I love this thing. I seriously, it's not even too noisy. Look at this. And then look, it literally, everything is out. And that's like super easy. So I use this thing every day, every single day. And I'm gonna show you how to clean it because it's like so easy. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and so that's it, right? So it literally got all the seeds and all that stuff out. Every now and then there might be a little that like slip through, like really, really tiny seeds, but nothing like the huge big ones. Like, look, there's a little teeny little sliver here I'm just gonna get out. Let me get a spoon, actually. So a teeny little sliver, no big deal. And that's it, like, and then, so in order to stop the flow, then all you have to do is just lift up and then it automatically stops it. So you can take this away and don't have to worry about it dripping. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this whole lemon and I'm gonna pour it right on the chicken breasts, right? And give it a minute because I'm going to add a couple other things too. I'm gonna add some sea salt. Don't let this scare you, it's a lot of chicken in here. And here's the thing, I don't have any problem if you guys, for any out there that have like high blood pressure or anything like that, I mean, obviously, you know, you want to limit your salt. I don't have that problem at all, so I'm not worried about that. And I don't put salt, like tons of salt on other things. This is pepper, just like fine black pepper. I'm gonna give it a little kick there. And then I'm gonna take some garlic, right? Okay. Let me show you, I wanna show you how easy this is to clean. So the top comes off, right? Let me move this out of the way. Actually, I got a lot of stuff here. I can see all of my kitchen, all of my dishes building up. So grab a sponge, grab some soap, and like seriously, I mean, it's a lemon. It's not like you really need to worry about any grease or anything like that coming off. So you wash this piece. And then this piece right here comes off. This is the piece, it's the stainless steel piece, so that makes sure that all of the seeds get collected in here. I mean, you literally rinse this off. I use one of these microfiber towels I showed you guys before. I got them from Amazon. Absolutely love them because what they do too is they make sure that they like kind of like shine all your stuff up. And then this piece right here, this is the last piece. So cleanup is super easy. I mean, it's not even, it's great. It really is. And I use, like I said, I use this every day. I'll wipe some of that there. And yeah, add all the stuff up on top and then there you go. So I love this thing. If you're thinking about getting one, you're not gonna regret it at all. I promise you, it's great. All right, so with the garlic, move this out of the way so you guys can see. Okay. So, I don't mind, I'm a garlic person. I love garlic. So, I don't feel like you can ever use too much garlic. Did you guys see that? I just literally shot a clove of garlic across the room. All right, so there's a couple things you can do here. For those of you that are super fancy, you can use a garlic press. But for me, just get yourself a nice set of knives. They have some great options on Amazon. And you literally just watch this. I mean, it's like, it's just so easy. And you just take the skin off and there you go. I mean, it's faster. Really, it's the fastest way to chop your garlic. And, you know, I'm gonna chop it a little bit, but it's already crushed. If there's some pieces that you see that are kind of yucky, you can just cut them off. Like I had a couple pieces there. Awesome cutting board, thank you so much. It's just one of those, it's, what do you call it? Like bamboo. I love it. I mean, I've had it for years and I got it from Amazon. I mean, it's great. So it obviously lasts a long time. Haven't had any issues. Oh, this one's a bad one. Okay. Let me grab that one that I shot across the room. Here it is. So yeah, I mean, this is just, to me, it's just more time efficient just to get this stuff out of the way. And like I said, for the sake of time, you can obviously speed things up. You don't have to go super slow like I do. And I'm not really particular with my cutting. I mean, some people like to be all fancy with how they cut or whatever. I'm like, just whatever. And I'm not really too worried about like bigger pieces or anything like that. So just make sure I got the skin off. All right. So I'm gonna take this, put this all over the chicken, and I'm gonna mix this up in a minute. I'll probably need a little bit more salt. A lot of this is gonna come off anyway, just because I have that lemon juice. I'm just gonna mix this all up with my hands. So I know this is probably maybe grossing some of you out, but I mean, you can use gloves, whatever. I mean, I'm just gonna wash my hands anyway, but I'm gonna let this sit here for just a little bit while I am preparing the potatoes. And I'll show you guys what I do for that. Now, it's gonna be super simple. I'm thinking, you're doing amazing. Thank you so much. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt to this, just to let that sit in. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll add some of this, but I'm using this for the potatoes. This is avocado oil. And what I really, you use bare hands as well? Yeah, I mean, it's just easier. I feel like if I reach for some gloves, it's literally gonna take me, it's just gonna add more time to what I'm trying to do. And we don't need to do that, right? Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, I'm gonna show you what I do. Now, you guys are probably gonna think I'm a little crazy because I weigh my stuff. Like, I'm gonna weigh my chicken before I eat it, but I mean, it is what it is. That's just what I do. And, but I'm just gonna show you an easy way on how I do that. So, kitchen scale right there. And check out, definitely kitchen scales. I don't know, if I have any kitchen scales in my carousel, but you can certainly head to my store and check all the other stuff that I have. You get me. Yeah, and so yeah, super easy. All I'm gonna do is literally just cut off very thin slices of potatoes. Now, sometimes sometimes I actually just, what do you call it? Air fry it just like this. But you can get fancy if you want. You can make fries out of it. I'll show you guys an easy way to do that. But what I really want to get, I think they have a one of those slicers that make French fry shapes, or that shape, that cut them into French fries, and that's what I want. Like, I feel like that will make my life easier. So, all right. So turn on the kitchen scale. And again, for those of you that don't care about like weighing and stuff like that, totally fine. Yes, curls in French fries. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I knew there was something, right? I knew there was something, but you know what? I'll cut them up. Why not, right? I'll cut them into little French fries. It's not honestly very hard. I mean, and really, see, look at that. I mean, it's super easy. But I mean, I feel like if I had something, it would basically be a little bit quicker. Oh my God, yes, I love every tool to make life easier. Yeah, that's totally, that's me. That's part of the problem. That's the problem that I have, why my husband looks on the on the Amazon cart and see something almost every day, because I feel like I'm always looking for like amazing things to make my life easier. And I mean, Amazon just has a lot of that stuff. So, I mean, yeah. I'm not that bad though. I'm really not that bad. Okay, so what I do is now I'm gonna put these in here, but what I like to do is I like to rinse these off. So I rinse these off because the starch kind of like prevents, if you don't rinse them off and like pat them dry and stuff like that, they don't air fry very well, as in fresh, you know, fresh potatoes. So you just wanna make sure that you are preparing the potatoes the way they should be prepared so that you have really good fries. All right, so I need a little bit more. So I currently increased my calories, right? So I'm having to meal prep even more food. So that's been a lot of fun. Okay. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make little fries. I feel like they're gonna make me feel like I'm eating something I shouldn't, but really I'm allowed to. All right. So what else can I tell you guys? Oh, one other thing too. I would probably recommend, if you're looking for like, if you're looking at speeding some things up, I would recommend, like I have my oven on for quite some time. I put it on broil instead of bake, because broil is a lot quicker. I do have a grill pan that I'll show you guys in a minute that I absolutely love, but I separate some stuff. So I dry these out, and let me grab my pan and I'll show you. Okay. So I have like used and abused this, like seriously, over and over and over again. But it's actually lasted really, I mean, it seems like it's doing really well. I haven't had any problems with this air fryer at all. So this is what I like to do. Just kind of like pat it dry. And then, see, that's actually a pretty good amount of French fries that I can have, right? That's a lot. And that's for one meal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put them on there. And what I do is just to make it a little easier so that this way I'm making sure that I don't mix like a couple days worth of French fries in with one meal or whatever. I think you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? So I put them in like I'll put like a pile here, and like maybe like a pile here. And this way I'm keeping everything separate. So I know this is for one meal, this is for another meal. Okay. So what I do is just spray these, just a couple little splurts there or whatever, and I put on some pepper, and then some salt. Okay, and then I'll do like the same thing for all the groups of potatoes that I'm cutting here. So how many of you guys, I know a couple of you do some meal prepping, but there's also like a couple people that I haven't heard from yet. I'd love to know if you guys are doing some meal prepping, and you know, do you guys have any tips or whatever? Like I said, this is like so simple, and technically I could get this all done in less than an hour, but I'm taking my time here so I can talk with you guys. I feel like making them into French fries just makes them a little bit easier, right? Or not easier, but what am I trying to say here? It makes it kind of like you're eating something bad, but you're not. That's what we like to tell ourselves when we meal prep, when we're eating super healthy. I'm literally cooking 2 ounces of shrimp and broccoli since I had, that's so funny. But you know what? You are in it to win it, so you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. I'm so proud of you. Seriously, I am so proud of you. It takes a lot to really have that mindset and to be, you know, just to be consistent. I mean, it takes a lot. It really does. All right, so almost like it, Michael says, almost like a cheat meal. Exactly, almost like a cheat meal. I mean, yeah, I mean, I do get a cheat meal once a week, or sometimes it's a refeed. And for those that know about like meal prep and stuff like that, you've heard about maybe you've heard about refeeds, maybe you haven't. I don't know, let me know. I can definitely explain it. I know Alicia knows what a refeed is, but I can definitely explain it if you guys don't know. But yeah, I mean, I like to make things interesting. I mean, sometimes things get boring, right? So even just like changing the way things are cooked and seasoning and stuff like that. So one other tip, oh, let me see here. I debated on cottage cheese, but I knew that shrimp and broccoli would definitely fill me up more. Yeah, then that's what it's all about, right? Especially if you're at the point where you're losing body fat and stuff. Obviously in a calorie deficit, you go for what is gonna fill you up more for sure. I mean, I can definitely relate to that. Now that I'm building though, I have to go basically, sometimes I have to, I don't wanna say force myself, but I have to make sure, like, for me, I feel like it's harder to make sure that I'm getting all the calories in versus, being in a deficit. Like I think for some people, being in like your bulking or whatever, your bulking or your building phase is easier. But for me, I really find that being in a calorie deficit is harder for me. Did I say being? No, that's backwards. See, this is why I need to concentrate here. Being in a building phase is harder for me. Being in a calorie deficit is easier for me. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? It's just, I mean, I feel like sometimes I'm just like so full, but I'm doing it because I know that it's going to help me grow some muscles and I'm excited about it. So, all right, so this is our second batch here. And I'm gonna do basically, right now, I am eating 4 meals. You don't have to do that, but lately I've been breaking mine up because I don't like to be like super, super full. So I have been breaking it up and it's been working really well for me. So I have I take that back. I have more than 4 meals. So I have my breakfast and then, no, that's about right, yeah. So I have my breakfast, that's my meal 1, and then I have 3 other meals after that. But then I have a little bit of room for like technically it's like a snack, but I call it my bedtime meal. And then like a couple, like some room for like coffee with creamer. So I'm definitely like eating healthy, but I'm enjoying myself at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't mind eating healthy. I actually really, really like eating healthy. It makes me feel good. And, like I said, I get a treat at the end of the week, so I'm not deprived in any way, shape, or form. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna move these up here, then I have room for 1 more meal's worth of fries. So, and now for those of you that are looking at watching calories, one thing I would recommend, I know it says 0 calories on this, but let's be real here. This is oil, and if you look in the ingredient list, it says avocado oil. So they're referring to, like if you read it, it says about 1/4 a second a spray. So clearly I'm using more than that, but I'm not like overkill spraying. So you want to be very light when you use this. Otherwise, you're going to be definitely having calories, and I'm definitely going to be having some calories in that, but it's going to be more than 0, that's for sure. Okay, now I just have 1 more to go, and then we're going to put these in the air fryer. I'm going to be doing my broccoli. I'm going to show you guys what I do for broccoli. It's going to be like super simple. It's just ridiculous. I buy frozen broccoli because it's just way easier. It's way easier, and I'm going for easy. So I do a lot of the times get the frozen veggies, and it's because they're already washed, they're already prepped, and all you have to do is literally just throw them in the oven or throw them in the microwave or the steamer, And I mean, it's so much easier. Oh, one thing I do want to mention is, because I mentioned this for every single video that I do, I have like what's called like random like giveaways, and I will have a scheduled one at some point, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. But I like to incorporate some random trivia nights, and so make sure that you are staying tuned for all of my videos, because sometimes I'll throw in giveaways. And last time I gave away a $50 Amazon gift card, so definitely don't miss out on that. Now, another thing I do want to tell you is that I have another major giveaway that is going to be coming up, but this is going to be after I hit 2,000 followers. Now, take a look at that on the screen, and you'll see what you need to do. Now, this is not going to be like, it's not going to basically be official until I hit the 2,000 followers. So once I hit 2,000 followers, and I'll tell you why that's important in just a second, then I will be doing a live video, and I will be announcing the winner on the live. So make sure that you are, if you have any friends that you know of, tell them, hey, follow Christina, whatever. It'll up your chances of winning a $500 Amazon gift card. Yeah, seriously, I'll be doing that once I hit that level. And so, Mia, thank you so much, Mia. Thank you for following. I really appreciate that, and welcome. So let me tell you why it is important. So for me, Amazon basically has different tiers, right? And so what they do is they allow your videos to be seen by more people when you hit a certain level. So once I hit the 2,000, then more people can see my videos. My videos will be featured on more pages, which means I get to reach more people. So more knowledge, I get to, more fun giveaways, all that stuff. So I'm excited about it, right? I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to have you guys joining me. So it looks like somebody else knows Mia. Okay, so I'm almost done with the fries. Then we'll move on and we'll cook the chicken. The chicken is not gonna take long. The chicken, if you set it on broil and you watch it, you turn it over once, it cooks super fast. So that's why I love the broil setting. Now, for the sake of time, I can definitely cook it in the air fryer, but because I have a huge amount, I'm not gonna do that. Again, I'm cooking my fries in the air fryer, just not the chicken. But I have a cute pan that I'm gonna show you guys. I know they have some of them like that on Amazon. It's like a grill pan. And it literally just helps heat the chicken up really quickly. So I really like that. Okay, funny you mentioned you eat 4 meals a day. Used to wrestle in college. The key for me was to have 5 small meals a day. I wouldn't eat to get full, just to fulfill. Plus, I wouldn't eat past 7. Haven't fluctuated in weight since, and now I'm 34. Nice. Now let me tell you. So here's the thing, right? You have to do what works for you, and I'm all about. Now you're gonna go home and make some fries. It's so simple. It's so simple, and it's way friggin' cheaper than buying. Not that there's anything wrong with buying the fries. I used that last time, right? But it's so easy to. It's super easy to make at home. I love your shirt. Did you get it off Amazon? So Mia, I got it from Nike, but I wonder, does Nike have anything on Amazon? I'm thinking Nike has some stuff on Amazon, but do you want to know something crazy? I've already shared this with the shirt. This is a child's shirt. I'm not even joking. I literally went to the child's section and I was like, oh, that's a cute shirt, right? But I didn't know I was in the child section because I wasn't looking at like the signs. I just saw a cute shirt. And they might have an Amazon store. let me know. I mean, that would be great. It's a child shirt. Yes, it is a child shirt. So yeah, that's either really weird or it's really cool. I don't know. But I'm very petite. I'm 5'2". So it's just a little, I mean, I feel like for the shorter girls, it's easier to fit into children's clothes. Isn't that weird? Is that weird? Is it weird? You can let me know if it's weird. It looks great on you. Thank you so much. I was like debating if I was like, man, if somebody asked me about my shirt, do I tell them I went to the kids section at Nike? Like, that would be weird, right? It is weird. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I felt kind of weird in the line, right? But I guess people could have assumed I was getting it for maybe like if I had a kid, right? Christina knows how to rock anything. I don't know. But thank you. Yeah, so I was like standing in line and I was wondering, is this lady gonna think I'm weird buying like these kids shirts? I bought a couple. They had some really cute kids clothes. Well, I mean, I couldn't help it. Not mirrored, my girlfriend was vertically challenged too. I like that. That sounds more, it sounds more professional, right? Vertically challenged? I don't know. Used to buy all of my girlfriend clothes in the kids section as well. Okay, good. Then I'm thinking this is more of a normal thing. Okay. Oh, one more thing. I gotta season this. You know what? I'm gonna season these over the sink so I don't have to use a paper towel. Okay. So just remember, just very, very light, a little bit of pepper. Oh, I used a little bit too much in that one section. That just means they're gonna be like super spicy, but that's okay. All right, let's see here. Don't tell anybody it's from the kids section. You'll be the only adult wearing this. You know what? And it's weird because it's like, that's true. That's a good point, right? I'm gonna walk around and it's gonna be an awesome shirt because no adult is gonna have it, right? I like that. That's great. All right, so let me show you what I'm gonna do. Super easy. For those that are just joining me, I've explained this every single live, but the machine is amazing. It's the Breville Smart Oven Air. Let me highlight it again so you guys can see. I do have some great meal prepping containers that I found. Look at this. This is awesome. Let me show this to you first because it's literally just so awesome. So these right here, take a look. These are glass. I love glass meal prep containers. But what I really love about these is the fact that they have dividers. They literally have built-in dividers. So you can literally just put your stuff in and have it separate. I know I'm not the only person who has to have like certain things not touching. Is that weird? If I'm having fish, I'm really picky. Like I don't want my French fries to touch the fish and have like that fish taste. Chicken, I'm okay with, right? But like fish, I have to eat, fish has to be by itself. It can't flavor other things. Does that make sense? Or does that sound like really weird? I think it sounds a little weird, right? I don't know. It sounds like I'm being a child at this point, right? But okay, so let me show you this oven. You can tell I've used this pan, by the way, so many times. But I put this at the bottom. And the reason why I put this at the bottom here is because you're right, separate. You do the same? Good. Okay, all right, I'm not weird. Okay, that makes me feel so much better. So when you're air frying and using this basket, you have to be careful because there's gonna be like some stuff that drips at the bottom because again, you're cooking something like, anything is gonna drip, right? Even the potatoes when they're drying, when they're losing that moisture. So I use the roasting pan at the bottom to catch any of that stuff. And it's really, really helped as far as in like cleanup. So I'm gonna put this on, it's got a little built-in shelf thing right here. It's really nice. So it acts as its own shelf. So I put that in there and we're gonna set this for, let's say 20 minutes, right? on 450. You can set the temperature, which is great. So I'm gonna set it for 20 minutes on 450, and I'm gonna set the convection on here. You can do, you can use the convection feature, and it even has super convection. So I really, really like that you can actually, you know, change the features on that. All right, let's see. I will be right back. Your phone is going off at the computer and you have to shut it off. Otherwise it's gonna keep ringing on the computer. Oops. All right, my husband has his phone ringing. I just told him. Yes, I'm here. Yes, I just told him. I don't know if you told you. I think you guys heard me. Like he had his phone, like it started ringing on the computer. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's on my live. What am I gonna do? All right, so let me tell you what to do now. So all you need to do is with this, you got everything set. You've got your temperature set, you've got your time set, and then I'm just gonna press start. Now, the great thing about this is that it does kind of like a preheat or whatever. And so it starts as soon as it's done preheating. Kind of like, I guess kind of like an oven, right? All right, so any questions so far? Any questions about any of the stuff that I'm doing? Let me show you, let's take a look at this air fryer here. I'll show you which one I have. For those that are just joining, I have a few different air fryers in here, but I want to show you the one that I have in particular. Okay, so the Breville Smart Oven Air is the one that I'm using. The chicken is pretty much ready. It's ready to cook. So, all right. Look at how good that looks. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try to fit all of this on here. I think it's gonna fit all on here. And so for those that are wondering, someone, I believe it was Alicia, actually asked me what chicken am I using? So I go to Costco, and I just get like a big pack. And literally I believe it's organic. So you're grilling. So this is a grill pan. This is great. Check out on Amazon. There's different grill pan options. This is really awesome. It just makes things a whole lot easier. And it's cast iron, which is nice. And what I'm gonna do is just put a little bit of this on here. Not a lot. Just a little bit I like to do that because it helps. You don't have to use this on the chicken, but I like to do that because it helps kind of like that browning. If you like the browning on like that, like sometimes you get like a nice crisp top on your chicken. That's what I like. So I have it set on a high broil. However, I lowered the shelf, just one in my oven. Hot, that was really hot. Okay, and so next is going to be the broccoli. Let me show you guys what I use. It's super easy. I really don't do too much when it comes to like the vegetables. And the one tip that I want to give you guys is that, yes, with the lines on the chicken, correct. Yes. So when you're grilling, it's not, it depends. It depends how long you leave it on there. On one side, I'll flip it halfway through. And sometimes it leaves those lines, sometimes it doesn't, but it does get like a nice brown, kind of like that, just like crisp look on the top. And it depends on how long you leave it in there for. So I use frozen vegetables because it just literally makes my life so much easier. And like I said before, they're already all clean and they're cut and I don't have to do anything but cook them. But one thing that I do in order to help me not get bored with the stuff that I'm cooking, especially if I'm making for maybe a couple of days, or let's say for instance, I'm making, you know, a couple meals and they're all gonna have the same thing, right? But maybe I want a different flavor or different seasoning. So I keep it very simple. Oh, do I steam my broccoli? Do I eat steamed broccoli? So yeah, I have a steamer, but I mean, sometimes I'll throw it in the microwave. Sometimes I steam it, but it really depends on, with cheese? You said, do I steam it, broccoli with cheese? No, I'm not putting cheese on it because I'm eating like super healthy. So no cheese today anyway. But I mean, I suppose I can get some low-fat cheese, right? Or some non-fat cheese even. Or you can dip your broccoli into ranch dressing. So I think I'd prefer cheese. I'm not a ranch girl, but I do like cheese. Maybe like on a day where I'm able to fit in more calories, I'll do like cheese. Non-fat cheese, yeah. Okay. So this just beeped, and so what that means is it's ready and it's heating up the fries and it's actually in air frying mode. So yeah, let me put my juicer away. Now, for those that, so you said my kids got me to dip in ranch. Yeah, it's definitely like a treat, right? So let me show you this before. I'm going to put this away, but I don't know if anybody's seen this before, you know, I was actually demonstrating it because I used it to juice my lemons. I think I have it in my carousel. Yeah, I did. I showed it to you guys last time. So this is the Smeg juicer. I'm putting this away, but literally you press down on this and it juices, like it literally, it just gets all of the juice out of those lemons or out of those oranges or grapefruit or whatever, whatever have you. So very easy to use, and you just press down and you don't have to use a lot of like manual labor like you would using like one of those juicers that, what are they called? There's like those old school juicers, the old school citrus juicers. It kind of looks like this. It's got the bowl at the bottom and you literally have to go like that, right? Low fat and diet cheese has many chemicals. Yeah, I'm not, and to make it taste like real cheese and melt like cheese, always eat real. Yeah, I mean, and it really depends because there are some non-fat cheeses just like there's non-fat milk. I'm very, very picky where or what I use. So I'm very much into looking at ingredient labels. I buy organic when I can. So yeah. So I was looking at a juicer for only $19.99. I'm wondering is that one is of great quality. So, okay. So I don't know, but the difference is that this is electric. So this is literally, all right, you know what? You guys are gonna make me show you again, but I don't mind. I'm gonna show you again. I'm gonna grab another lemon. Let me know, is there someone on here that hasn't seen me use this, that didn't see me use this? I'll do it again for you because I'm sure my husband wants some more lemon water. Let me know. If you wanna see me use this, if you haven't seen me use this, do you want to see another demonstration? Maybe it'll help you decide if this is something. You haven't seen it? Okay, I'm going to show you then. Let me grab a lemon and we'll use it for my husband's water. How about that? Okay. I'll just use this cutting board. Let me wash this off. Oh no, that's okay. I don't mind doing it again. And my husband's going to ask me for lemon water anyway, because he's fancy and he has to have lemon in his water wherever he goes. It's really funny. So we'll go out to eat, right? And he's like, I don't know what it is. Like I eat super healthy and I love to eat like very natural, but I'm not a big fan of lemon water. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's okay, but he loves it. So and whenever we go out to eat, he's like, can I have a bowl of lemons for my lemon water? Like he loves his lemons. So let me show you. This is really neat. I think I only need a little bowl for this. Oh, let me show you. I am addicted to like meal prep bowls and stuff like that. I have all these different little well, these are little, right? And then I have like medium and then like a large size. They all have tops and everything. These are great. So I have like tons of these bowls everywhere. Not everywhere, but in a cabinet. It sounds good, right? But lemon water by Nestle is very yummy. So I haven't had it. I didn't even know that they made lemon water. That's interesting. Have you ever heard of that? No, I haven't. I mean, I didn't even know they made it. Okay, so take a look at this, and I think you guys are just gonna love this. Oh, and by the way, this comes in different colors, right? So hold on a second. Let me check the chicken. I might need to turn it over. Oh no, it's good. It smells amazing. I can smell like that garlic and the lemon juice. I could just, that mixture just smells so good. Okay, so for those of you that love juicing lemons, or let's say you are a lemon water person, or you like making lemonade, or maybe you like making orange juice, this is gonna make your life so much easier, especially if you have to do this every day for a very special fancy person like my husband, who likes lemon water every day. Nestle's also has berry water. Now the berry water sounds really, really good. I love that. I love berry stuff. Okay, here we go, right? It catches all the seeds. Sometimes you get a little drop of like a little seed here and there, but look at that. I mean, that's amazing. It literally got everything. And when you use like those manual ones, like where you're like the manual labor, I call them manual labor ones. I don't really know what they're called. They're just a regular citrus juicer, I guess. It takes a lot to even get to that point. Like, and I feel like it doesn't really get everything. That gets like everything. So again, and I'm not even pushing that hard. Look how, you can see how thin, can you see how thin that is? Like, you can see it literally got to the edge of the lemon. And then you just throw that out. So yeah, now another cool thing is the cleanup is like super easy. So you can see it's still dripping, right? But they thought of that as far as in like being able to pull it away. And so all you have to do is lift this up and it stops it from dripping. I'm wondering, does the one I'm purchasing, is that an electric one? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, for $19.95, it could be or it couldn't be. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what kind, and maybe I'll look it up and see. So cleanup for this is super easy. This comes off, and you can, it's lemon juice. You don't have to clean with soap and stuff like that. You can just literally rinse it off with some warm water. And it's so easy to clean. It really is. Probably not electric. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe not, but I think it would say though, and it would have to be somewhat bigger, I would assume, if it's electric, because it has to have a motor in it somewhere, right? But I don't know. I'm not really sure because I don't know which one you're looking at. But yeah, so this is stainless steel. This is the part that catches all of the seeds. And then you have this piece right here. And I'm just gonna rinse this off actually. So you said I didn't even think it would be much harder to juice. Yeah, it just got old, right? I just got to a point where, this is great for someone that is doing this every day, and you just, it just gets annoying, right? It's annoying to have to do that every single day. And then if you have multiple, if you want to make like orange juice, right? It's gonna be freaking ridiculous to have to keep doing one of those manual ones over and over and over again. It would drive me nuts, right? So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. If there's something that's gonna do it electric, automatic, then I'm gonna choose the automatic one. And this has been great, so I haven't had any problems with it. My fiance and I are looking to put an air fryer on our registry for our new home. Oh, congratulations. Is there a specific one you would recommend since you have used so many? Yeah. Is it sad of me that I have used so many? I have a slight addiction to kitchen gadgets, right? And then like I have a YouTube channel, right? And so I do like, not only do I do like reviews, I do demonstrations on there. I go over like specs and stuff like that of all these kitchen gadgets that I have on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, follow me. It's just Christina Nicci on YouTube. And that's basically what my channel's about. I go over like things that, I review things that I have bought personally that just fit my lifestyle. And so yeah, so I'll tell you what I'm using so far and I'll tell you the differences. Now I'm loving the Breville Smart Oven Air. That's the more pricier one, right? That's the one. Okay, you said, so it's the Paul Schmidt Deco line. I'll have to remember that. I'm not familiar with that one, but I'll have to take a look. It's not electric. Okay. So I'm highlighting. It's going to show up on the screen in just a minute. The Breville Smart Oven Air is that's the model that I have currently. That's this one right here. And this one, now if you're looking for an air fryer that is going to do a bunch of different things, so this one toasts, it does proof with bread, which by the way, I'm going to be making some bread on Friday. So in this, and it's going to be amazing. It's my favorite bread. It's a challah bread, and it's going to be awesome. So catch me at 6:35 live on Friday if you want to watch me make some bread in this thing. It's amazing. It's way smaller than yours. It's in black. Karen, thanks so much. Karen, thank you so much for following. Welcome, by the way. I'm happy to have you here. So going back to the air fryer and what I would recommend, it's really all about what you prefer. Now, if you want just a plain air fryer that just, its sole purpose is for air frying, yes, you can make a couple different things in it. I really like the, yes, I'm so happy, definitely happy to have you. So yeah, but if you're looking for just mostly just air frying, you don't care about proofing your bread, you don't care about baking, broiling, reheating, dehydrating, which this thing even does, then just go, I would just probably do the Philips XXL, which I'll show you. I have that. That's a great air fryer and it lasts a long time. You want to be careful with all air fryers not to overload them and not to let any meats touch the heating elements. So don't put any whole chickens in. I know they say they can fit a whole chicken, but I wouldn't recommend it because I did that and it causes smoking, and then you have to let the smoke recirculate out or circulate out, which is not fun. So be careful when you don't want to overfill your air fryer. So the Philips right there, the Philips is there's multiple different models for Philips. I have the Philips XXL, but I have the older version. So now they have turbo and all this stuff. I mean, it's insane what they have, right? They just have so many different options. So if you're looking for an air fryer, the Philips is a great one. If you're looking for something kind of in between, you don't want to spend Breville money and maybe you're able to go up a little bit more than Philips money, then I'll show you what I also have as well. And I can't keep them all on my counter. I put them away. I put them in the attic. I use one at a time. I just can't keep using all. They're just, I would have no room on my counter if I literally kept everything that I bought and left it out. It would be insane. I wouldn't have any place to do anything. Okay, so I just highlighted and it's going to show up in just a second, I think. But on the screen now, that's the Philips. That's the Philips right there, the XXL. That's the one I have. So I just highlighted the Cuisinart. That is a good, and you know what? It must have gone down in price. It's a little bit cheaper than the Philips. Now, keep in mind, one thing I will say about that one, if you're looking at amazing toasting abilities, I would go with a regular, if you're a toasting, what's the word I'm looking for? If you are like, I can't think of the word right now. I'm a little hungry, so forgive me. But if you were, oh, I know what I was gonna say. If you are like a toasting connoisseur, right? And you are so picky about your toast, then go with a regular toaster. Yes, air fryers can toast, but their sole purpose isn't for toasting. Let's be real here. But this does toast, and so does the Cuisinart. But if, like I said, if you're picky about your toast, I'm really happy with that right there. So I have a Smeg. I got, well, as you can see, I love Smeg and I love that color. So that's why I got that, because I'm very picky about my toast, and I really liked that this was able to, it makes like super dark toast too. So they have like so many different settings, right? And there's a bagel setting on it. Oh, do I have that in here? Hold on a second, I'm gonna show you. I do have it in here. It's an expensive toaster. I'm not gonna lie. Is it worth it? It depends. You're gonna be paying for an a good Italian company, their product. Can you get a cheaper toaster? Absolutely you can. But you're also paying for the look, right? You're paying for, it's just very pleasing to the eye. It comes in many different colors. I wanted something that was gonna match my kitchen, or the stuff that I had in my kitchen, and this happens to be my favorite color. So that's why I bought that. So it depends. You kind of just like, if you can afford, if that's in your budget and you like it, it's a great toaster. Like I said, it's got the bagel setting, it's got a reheat setting. There's multiple different settings. So if you want like super, super light, and there's even like little in between. So if you don't want a 1 to 2, it's gonna be, you can set it to right in the middle, right? I mean, it's a great toaster, it really is. Let me check the chicken. I'm gonna turn it over. Oh my gosh, okay, so I have to show you this. I'm gonna take this out so I can show you. I wanna show you that crisp top that I am looking for in my chicken. Oh, this is gonna be great. Super hot, but this is gonna be great. Okay, I don't even know if I'm gonna turn this over. I think I'm just gonna let it, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's almost done actually. I'm not gonna even turn it over. That's how I like my chicken to look. I like, it's juicy, it's still juicy, it needs to cook just a little bit longer. But can you guys see that? I don't know if the steam is kind of like, I think you guys can see that, right? Yeah. So that's how I like my chicken. I like the tops nice and crispy like that, but the juice is like, it's still juicy on the inside. This is gonna be so good. And the lemon juice really, really helps season chicken really well. It also, I mean, it's great for fish too. Okay, so the fries, I'm gonna move around a little bit. I'm gonna stop this actually. So, I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do. So as you can see, you do want to turn them over. It's important that you, just like with any air fryer, they tell you got to shake them up a little bit. Every air fryer, you can't just leave. You have to turn them, you have to shake them, whatever. So I'm gonna just turn this over like this, and let's move this out of the way. Need some room here. Okay. And I'll show you, I'm just gonna move them around with the spatula. Literally, and that's why I like to put oil on it so it doesn't get stuck. Just a little bit of oil, that's all you need. You just wanna mix it up and make sure that they're getting coated properly. And I'm gonna put this in opposite because this side cooked really, really fast, but it still needs to be mixed up. And for those that are just joining me, you're probably looking at this like, why is she not air frying them all together? Like why does she have them in little areas like this? Okay, so when I'm meal prepping, I am making sure that I'm weighing everything. So I have everything specifically weighed out. When you are looking at either losing weight or building muscle, you want to make sure that you're weighing everything, and you weigh it raw first. So that's why I have everything separated, because I've already weighed it raw and everything's already, you know, this is my serving for each meal for the 3 meals that I'm having tomorrow. And I'm just gonna put this in like this. And so everything is already separated. So I don't have to worry about weighing everything all over again, which by the way is gonna be different now that they're cooked because they've lost moisture. So always weigh your stuff raw first. That includes meats. My best tip though is sometimes with something like this, when I'm cooking a bunch ahead of time, I don't always weigh raw because it's gonna be kind of like a pain to cut everything. Because then you gotta like weigh it and then cut it. Like if you're off, you're not gonna know exactly if it's 4 or 5 ounces. And then you end up with like all these little pieces of chicken, right? It's a mess, it's crazy. So what I do to offset that, because I don't overcook my chicken, I have a brand new food scale myself. Yes, food scales are great, right? I highly recommend them because if you want accurate results, then weighing, especially if you're trying to like lose weight, and even build muscle, you wanna make sure you're eating enough calories, right? Weighing is essential. Well, you just don't use it. Oh, you should use it. You should definitely use it. So let me tell you a little trick that I do. If you're not able to weigh your chicken raw before and you don't have and you're needing to cook a bunch like I did, then what I do is basically the rule of thumb is to subtract you want to basically add 25% to that weighed cooked measurement. So in other words, when I take it out of here, some of the moisture obviously has cooked out of it since it was raw initially. So when I'm weighing it on here, I put it on here, and let's say for instance, it's like, it weighs at 4 ounces, right? I'm gonna actually add, I'm gonna basically add 25% to that, and that's actually closer to what it really is, right? If that makes sense. Hopefully I'm not confusing anybody here. Does yours have a black glass top? My food scale? No. If you're talking about my food scale, this is the one I have right here. And then this piece comes off so you can clean it. It's a stainless steel piece. It is a waterproof scale though. So no, it's not glass. It's stainless steel. And it's by Taylor. I love this. It's very heavy duty. And I have had this for quite some time. Some food scales don't last long depending on, what the quality you're getting. This is pretty thick. It's a little bit pricier, but I mean, it works really, really good. You can either use battery or you can plug it up, which is great. So mine has a glass black top and flat. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. Somebody gave you a food scale as a gift. That's a nice gift. And like I said, I rely on a food scale, so I definitely recommend them for sure. The chicken is really not too far off. So I'll tell you what I do for my broccoli. It's really, really so simple. And I don't worry too much about weighing. I mean, yes, I weigh it, but I know how much comes in a pack. So that's the beauty of having having it frozen, because especially if they come in separate bags, because then you know how much is in it. Have you ever tried the Tavola oven? I have not. So Karen, do you currently own that? I mean, let me know. I'd love to know. I'm interested, of course. I love trying new things out and stuff. In fact, on my YouTube channel, someone had asked me, I have a milk frother, and someone had asked me, well, have you tried this one? And I was like, it was the Breville. And I was like, well, no. And so I went and ordered the Breville, and I really love it. Like, I love both of them. So I like them. So I did a YouTube channel on both of them. But no, I haven't tried the Tavola. But I feel like now I have to look it up. So I'm going to be looking it up. All right, so chicken, like I said, chicken is almost done. Actually, I'm gonna shut this off. It's nice and crisp on the top. I'm okay with it getting like pretty brown, as long as it's not like burnt. But I think I need another pan for I do. I need another pan for my broccoli. So I'm gonna change the setting on my oven here. I'll probably set it to 380. That should be good enough. The oven's already hot. So I do need, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna use this right here for the broccoli. And honestly, I'll probably use a little bit of this lemon juice to put on the broccoli. That's gonna be really good with some garlic and a little bit of this, and yeah, that's gonna be really good. Maybe a little, I have a yellow onion, so I'm gonna do that, some garlic, salt, and this. And okay, so for the milk frother, Zule Kitchen has an amazing frother. Does it? I haven't seen that one. I'll have to check it out. All right, so again, I just want everybody to know this meal prep does not normally take that long. I'm taking my time so I can talk to you guys and let you know. But honestly, I can get all this done in less than an hour, which is really good. So it's, I mean, less than an hour. And this is, I'm cooking meat for at least 3 days. And maybe 2, because I'm gonna give some to my husband too. So yeah, and I mean, I'll have vegetables left over and stuff. So I own several countertop ovens, but this also has a steam cycle and it works with a smartphone. Oh, it's great, and it also has a scanner. Wow, well that actually sounds really, really neat. A steam cycle, huh? Interesting. I am gonna look that up then. Thank you, Karen, I appreciate that. Okay, I'm gonna take the chicken out, and where are my pot holders? Here we go. The fries are pretty much, I'm gonna say they're almost done. Let's lower this here. Maybe 2 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and they're done. Okay, so chicken. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. See this, I'm okay with having my chicken like this. There's so much juice on the bottom too. And this is, I've cut off all the fat and everything. Look how good that looks. Oh, that's gonna be so good. So I'm gonna just sit that on top, and okay, now for the broccoli. Let me show you what I do. It's so easy. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's like way too simple. Okay, so I just get this from Costco. I might need, oh no, here we go. And what I like about this is that they come in 1 pound bags, right? So I don't really need to weigh this because I'm gonna separate, I'm gonna put 2 bags in here. So I'm gonna put 2 bags in here, so I already know basically what I'm cooking, and I can just divide it. I mean, it's broccoli. I'm not stressing about broccoli. And I can get pretty spot on knowing that it's a pound in each one of these. I do eat a lot of broccoli. So, I mean, these are gonna be gone tomorrow. I do eat like a lot of vegetables, Very simple. I love simple. I'm all about simple. You're never gonna see me do anything unless it's on Fridays. On Fridays, I do a little bit, like on Fridays, I do treats. I make treats and stuff like that. So last Friday, if you guys missed it, I think I dropped broccoli on the floor. Yes. So last Friday, if you missed it, you can check it out. Everything's on my page. I made peanut butter brownies, and they were phenomenal. They were so good. I just, mind-blowing. Like, they were chewy. They had like good peanut butter. They were like a peanut butter swirl. And then Last time I made them, I put on peanuts, but this time I used peanut butter chips and chocolate chips in combination with that. Plus I used natural creamy peanut butter and real cocoa powder, not like, you know, crap. And it was so good, so amazing. And these are done. Look at that. Okay, I like crispy fries, guys. I really like crispy fries. When I reheat this, I actually you can shove them in the air fryer. Now you guys, this might be too crispy for you, but I love them like this. Look at that. These are really, I like fries like this. This is my kind of fry. So you've got, you know, some areas that are not like super, super dark, which is fine. I like kind of like where you have like the middle that has almost like it almost reminds me of like mashed potatoes in the middle because they're so creamy and delicious, but then they have the crispiness of fries. So these turned out really good. I'm very happy with this. So I'm gonna sit this over here. We've got protein, we've got carbs, and then we've got our veggies, and we've got a little bit of fat because we've added this in here. And if I want to add seasoning, then I can change the seasoning. I can put some soy sauce on my broccoli tomorrow if I want to, and it's not gonna make it taste horrible, right? I can do a bunch of different things. So, okay, Karen says, I am 18. I have been a cook a long time, and you are delightful to watch. Oh, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I feel sometimes, though, Karen, that I'm all over the place. Like I feel like with my personality, sometimes I'm like all over the place. It's a good thing I didn't have any coffee. So, yeah, let me just say that. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. I want to season this a little bit, but I don't want to use a lot of seasoning. So I am just going to make it very mild, right? I don't want to overpower just in case I decide tomorrow that I want to flavor this with something else. So I always leave room so I don't get bored when I'm making a bunch of different things, if that makes sense. Okay, so lemon juice, right? And that's just gonna lemon juice is great with broccoli. I mean, I feel like it really helps kind of like bring out, I don't know if it's the acidity of the lemon that really just makes the broccoli taste good. I don't know, does anybody else like lemon juice in their broccoli? Oh, you do have broccoli. Yes, I do have broccoli. I'm gonna be using a little bit of this spray. Again, I just use it very, very light spritz. And the reason being is because I want a little bit of fat, but I don't want to overdo it, right? And that's what I love about the spray. The avocado oil spray is great because it handles higher heat. It's a higher smoke point. So for those of you that are wondering, well, does it really matter what type of oil that you use when you're cooking? Yes, it does. So here's the thing. When you are looking at like salad dressings, and this is going to be very disappointing for any of my fellow Italians out there, and I hate this because I loved, like, I did a lot with olive oil, and then I found out that it was not good for you. Like olive oil doesn't have a high smoke point, so it turns like it makes it bad for you if you heat it too high. And so I was like, I mean, that's crazy because I was like sauteing my garlic with it. You know, that's like the Italian thing to do. And apparently it's not good. And I was just like really bummed out. But I mean, it is what it is. I'll use it still every once in a while, right? I have to use it for my sauce when I make Italian sauce. So I agree with Karen. Me and my fiance will definitely check out your YouTube to fill out registry. Yeah, definitely check it out. I give yes. So on Amazon, follow me on Amazon. I do live, obviously like I'm doing now, I do recipes, I do giveaways. Stay tuned. I mean, I'm gonna be doing some more giveaways, some trivia. I like to play trivia and stuff. We had Alicia, who was on here, she won a $50 gift certificate from Amazon. I was really happy. She did really good on the trivia. But yeah, so I like to do a bunch of different things. Mondays, for those that are just now finding out about me, I do meal prep. So it's meal prep Mondays, right? So I show you guys different things that I do. Thanks, that's really sweet. Yeah, Alicia was really happy. So yeah, and then like on Wednesdays, I do home workout Wednesdays. So I share basically easy workouts that you can do at home, you know, in the comfort of your own home with Amazon products. I found some really cool stuff from Amazon that I can use. And, oh good, okay, I didn't know if you were still here, Alicia. So yeah, and then Fridays I do kind of like, it's called like Cooking with Christina. So, oh, I forgot to mention this. So on Wednesday, I always include my dog Cairo. He's like my little, he reminds me of like a lion. He's a champagne color, and he's got like these beautiful golden greenish blue eyes. I mean, they're more golden than anything, but you guys will see him. He's adorable. I love him. He's funny. He gets in the way sometimes, but it makes it like really interesting. So then Fridays I'll do like a treat. This Friday I'm making bread in the air fryer, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be challah bread, so I'm gonna show you guys how to braid the bread and all that stuff. I'm doing a 6-strand challah bread. And for those that don't know what challah bread is, it's like that golden, it's like a, how do I explain it? It's like a yellowish bread because it's made with like eggs, right? But it's slightly sweet. And it's kind of like when you bake it, it's got like that shiny brownish golden top. It is so good. It's probably one of my favorite breads aside from Italian bread. Super good. So let's go ahead and do this right here. Just a little bit of pepper. We're winding down here. Some salt. I use sea salt, and I use iodized sea salt for the iodine in it. And what else am I forgetting? Am I gonna put garlic in here? I don't know. I want to leave it kind of plain because it already has the lemon juice in there. I'm gonna leave it like this. I don't want to go overkill because I already have tons of garlic on the chicken. But yeah, so I'm gonna stick this in here in the oven. I mean, I could stick it in the air fryer. Maybe I will, I don't know. It'll fit in the air fryer, but I already have the oven on, so I'm gonna put it in the oven. This is gonna cook pretty quickly. Actually, I'm probably gonna set this higher. I'm gonna put it on a low broil, to be honest with you. That's gonna be better. And I'm gonna start, what I'll do is I'll start showing you guys what I do. I have a mess. I mean, but here's the thing here. This is real, right? This is not a fake show where everything's staged. Like, I'm literally cooking and I'm literally making a mess, and I literally have lots of dishes in my sink now. So it's life, right? I mean, it is what it is. I can't fake this stuff. So, all right. I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way and show you guys my bowls that I have. So Karen says, do you use a bread machine? You are real, that's why you're so good. Thank you, I appreciate that. I can't be anybody else, right? I'm definitely very real. And for those that follow me on Instagram, that's where I do like all of my meal prep, my bodybuilding stuff, and weight training and workout videos. I'm very real on there too. I can't, sometimes I'm crazy and funny. Sometimes I'm like, just like I haven't had my coffee yet, and so I'm like more calm. But obviously, clearly, I've had plenty of coffee today, clearly. So let's just get that, we already know that's the case here. So I do have a bread machine. Somebody gave me a bread machine. I believe it's by Wolfgang Puck. And I believe that, I think I've seen that on Amazon. It is, I mean, I only use it to mix the dough. So I kind of cheat a little bit. I use it to mix my dough. And then, well, with challah bread, you have to braid it and take it out anyway, and it has to rise a second time, and it has to rise when it's braided. So yeah, so I only use the bread machine for mixing. I'm really kind of like a hands-on type of girl, so I love being able to, like, you know, make my own breads and shape of them and stuff like that, if that makes sense. However, if I'm in a hurry, I could literally just throw in all those ingredients and make just like a regular bread in a bread machine, and that would save so much time. So, all right, we're gonna start putting together these meals, and I'm gonna show you what I do. And like I said, this could be done so much quicker. I'm just literally taking my time. So I don't want you guys to think this, oh my gosh, this is gonna take over an hour. No, this doesn't take over an hour. Clearly it doesn't. I'm just talking your ears off. So that's why it's taking forever. Okay. So I'm gonna make, some of this is for my husband too. The fries are all for me because he likes, lately I've given him enough fries, and so I do like baked potatoes for him. So I'm gonna do that another time. There's nothing interesting about a baked potato, right? So, I mean, I could cook it in the air fryer, but I feel like it's gonna take a really long time because I have not prepared one. We want real good, Alicia. I'm glad, because like that's all I have. That's all I have. I mean, you've seen me on Instagram. Sometimes I'm really serious. Sometimes I'm like really hyped up because I'm excited. Yes, Christina cooks phenomenal. Thank you. Okay, so here we have some beautiful bowls with a pretty design on them. And then I have some tops. And oh, let's see here. How many? I have 5. I don't know if I'm gonna need all of those bowls, but let me show you what I do. So this is my little trick when I take some chicken, and I do need my cutting board. Let me check here. I wanna make sure this chicken is really all the way, oh yeah, this looks perfect. Okay. I was like, sometimes I'm afraid because I need to use one of those, what do you call it? Thermometers, right? A meat thermometer or whatever. I mean, unless it's like something that clearly doesn't look like it's like browned like the chicken, then I'll use a meat thermometer. But in this case, I just checked, I sliced a little bit, and they're good, they're good. So, okay, let's see here. I'm literally just gonna put everything in these bowls because like I said before, I don't care. I'm picky if like my fish touches things, but I don't care if the chicken touches the fries. I'm totally fine with that. It's just gonna make it taste even better, so. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and weigh this, and then I'm gonna cut it if I need to. All right, let me use this here. So I'm using a cutting board, a plastic one for meat, for like my meats. And then I'm weird about that, I don't know. And then I use like the wooden ones for vegetables and fruits. I don't usually like to mix stuff like the meats and stuff, because if I'm gonna cook like raw meats and everything, it's just kind of, or if I'm gonna chop up raw meats, I should say, then it's gonna be kind of weird if, or not weird, gross is the word, right? Because of the bacteria and stuff. So I like to use a separate chopping board for my meats. Maybe, I don't know if I'm the only one that does it. Am I the only one that does that, or do other people do that too? I'm curious. Okay, so first thing is, I think this is, okay, good. These are ready. And a couple things too I do, if you're making, like for instance, if you're very particular about your meals, you could even write like 5 ounces here, or 5 with a permanent marker, because these are glass. This will just wash off. So sometimes I'll do that. I'll be a little weird and OCD and do that. But since I have equal amounts of fries and stuff, I mean, all I'm gonna do is just put these in here. Look how nice and crispy these are. And yes, I'm using my hands. I don't care. So that, and you know what? I don't even need this. See, this is the part where I become delusional. I'm clearly hungry because I'm trying to weigh my fries that I've already weighed. So yeah, but I'm gonna be using that for my chicken, because I haven't weighed the chicken. So this is all This in particular is 6 ounces of potato, and I know it looks like a lot, right? It looks like a lot, but it's only 6 ounces, and I do use Yukon Gold potatoes. I love them. Red potatoes are good too. If you use, what do you call it? My husband loves, what is the, what is it? Russet potatoes? So my husband loves russet potatoes. So I use russet potatoes for like his baked potatoes. Those are great like baking potatoes. Okay, so I'm gonna take some chicken. Let me take a look at my broccoli. I might turn this up a little bit. I don't mind if my broccoli is a little bit, has a little crispness to it, just as long as it's not burnt. But yeah, so I think this is still, yeah, I mean, it's still a little hot, but I'm gonna bring this over and I want you guys to see this chicken just because it's so pretty. It really is. I mean, it looks phenomenal. Okay. So tomorrow, this is gonna be great, right? I won't have to do anything. I'll have everything already done. So I highly recommend, if you are looking at meal prepping, like I said, you can get this done in less than an hour. It really doesn't take as long as I'm showing you guys. But it's super easy. So, okay, so this is what I do for chicken. I'm gonna put my scale on here. I'm gonna turn it on, set it to 0, and okay. And basically, sometimes I try to eyeball it, but it doesn't always work out that way. But look at that. You can see that it's not like super dry. It's still got like that juice to it, right? And look at the crisp. Can you guys see that? Look, it's still juicy. Okay. I place the chicken in there, and then if I like, so basically I'm looking at a little bit less than 4 ounces, 25% less. That's what I'm looking at. And that's actually pretty perfect, I wanna say. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. Oops. All right, I need a little bit more for this one. So that's what I do, right? If you cook it, if you already have it cooked, look at that, look how good that looks. Can you see all the juice on that? I mean, I know it's maybe hard to see, but it's pretty amazing. I wanna eat this now, honestly. I might have one of these tonight. So I have a little bit a little bit more than I wanted. I'm really particular, guys. I know it's really weird. Maybe for some of you, you're looking at me like, this is ridiculous. Why are you like even weighing this? But really, it just helps keep me on track. So, okay, they're all perfect. And so now I have all of this left. I am, some of it's going to be for like the next day. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll take these, I'll let them cool down, and I'll put them in the, I'll figure out how much I'll weigh them, and then I will package them up and put them in the freezer, right? Because I feel like anything past, I mean, really, if I'm being honest here, after day 2, the taste of food, especially meat, I will say meat in particular, just begins to deteriorate. So I usually don't like to meal prep 3 days, past 3 days, because then it just becomes disgusting. So the broccoli is cooking and the broccoli is almost done. And then I'm just gonna literally just dump them in there. It's just gonna be super easy. Yeah, this is almost done. That's really quick. And then if I want to add like other stuff, like I can do that. Like if I decide I want to add some other seasoning, I have room because I didn't over season my broccoli. Christina, do you make a lot of different meal dishes for the whole week? Okay, so I am very much like a creature of habit. And what I'll do is like, okay, so what did I have? Yesterday, I had some ground beef, some lean ground beef. Not for all of my meals. And then I also had tuna. And so I'll basically I don't get tired of things very easily. So in other words, these are gonna be all my meals for tomorrow. It doesn't have to be the same. Like I might break it up and maybe have like tuna. or salmon. But it's just easier for me to keep myself on track if I just keep everything the same for one day, if that makes sense. And you know, it's just, I don't have to do it that way, but it just makes it easier for me. So I'm not gonna keep this the same the entire week. Like, this is what I'm having for tomorrow. And then since I have chicken left, I probably still have potato, but maybe I'll make it different. I might put it in the oven. Who knows, you know? And then I'll do like a different vegetable. Like I'll do cauliflowered rice, and I'll put a little soy sauce on there. I might grate a little bit of carrot to mix in with the cauliflower. And so, yeah, so I change a little bit, but not a lot. And if I have, like I said, if I have extra chicken, I'm gonna use that up first before I go switching to a completely different meat. Okay, so I so love meal prepping because it helps out with saving time during the week. Absolutely. And like I said, I have enough meat for a few days, so I probably will end up having to freeze some because clearly, I mean, my husband's gonna eat some, but he's also got a steak that I'm making for him tomorrow. So, but at least I've got all of my meals out of the way. So all I have to do is just grab one of these tomorrow for every single meal. I mean, and it's gonna be so much easier. So with that being said, let's see if the broccoli is done. I think it's gonna be pretty much done. And I'm gonna reheat this anyway, so it's okay if it's just a little bit, maybe just a little bit not done, if that makes sense. I'm honestly not really picky. I'm just kind of like looking to get this done, and it's just easier. Do you ever freeze your dishes and throw away in a throwaway metal pan? So you're talking about, like, I think you're talking about those aluminum, like the aluminum pans. I don't freeze in those. I do freeze in glass. So I'll show you. So I have, like I said, I have multiple different kinds and different, I mean, I have different sizes, different kinds. You can freeze both of these. These are like Pyrex well, this one in particular is Pyrex. And yeah, glass is better. Glass is better. And you want to get a glass that you can freeze with. These can be frozen. So this is microwave safe. They're dishwasher safe. What else does this say? No broiler, clearly. You don't want to put it in the broil. And no stovetop, right? But you can I have actually frozen with, this fits 4 cups, by the way, if those are interested. I mean, for those that are wondering. Yeah, they're both microwave safe. Yeah, so I freeze with these because there's no chemicals in these glass. So I always like to freeze with the more healthier option, if that makes sense. You can put them in Ziplocs, but I just like using glass because it's just a healthier option. The only thing is you just need to make sure that you don't shock the glass. So in other words, don't take it out and run it under hot water right away because then it'll crack. So you have to gradually let it, and the same thing when you microwave with it, you have to gradually let it cool down and or thaw before changing temperatures. So just be careful with your glass. Glass is the best way, and why Corningware has been around since almost 40 years. Yes, definitely. I totally agree with you. Yeah, so glass is my preferred option for sure. And so what I do with the broccoli, let me move this out of the way here. So what I do with the broccoli is I pretty much like roughly guess. So I know that I have 4 pounds in the broccoli, right? I mean, I know I have 4 pounds that I cooked, or not 4 pounds, 2 pounds, 2 pounds. I cooked 2 pounds. So I'm gonna be breaking them up. There we go. One thing I'm always afraid of, somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Somebody told me that the granite countertops, if you place something hot on them, that they don't break or crack. However, I have been so scared that I haven't tried that out. So someone let me know. Have you heard that before? Does granite, if you place something hot on it, does granite crack? I'm curious because I'm scared to death that it's gonna totally ruin the granite. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, so look, I mean, that was pretty quick. I set it on broil. Again, broil is so easy. If you watch it, you can still, your meats can be juicy, your vegetables can be good. You don't have to overcook them. It's got a little bit of a brownness on the top of a little bit of some of the broccoli. I'm fine with that. It's not overcooked. So I'm good. So I do need a spoon for the broccoli, or I'll just use this. All right, so I'm just gonna, what I like to do is just kind of like get an eyeball and just divide a little bit. So we've got each section. So this is a pound of broccoli. This is a pound of broccoli, roughly right here. And again, I didn't put a lot of seasoning on here. There's no cheese on here. So I'm not really concerned with being a fraction off with broccoli. I mean, come on now. You can't, it's just ridiculous. Plus, I'm in a building stage right now. I'm eating at a calorie surplus, so I'm not even worried about that. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna have a ½ pound per meal. And oh, that's hot. Okay, and if it looks like, I mean, it looks like a lot, but it's really not. So I've got a ½ pound of broccoli for each meal, and then I've got a little extra, which is fine. I feel like I'm gonna make a mess here. And like I said, for those of you that are, you know, maybe these bowls are not something you'd like to use because maybe you feel like you don't want your food to touch. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm trying here. I was afraid I was gonna dump it all over the place. So maybe you don't like your foods to touch. Let me show you something that I found on Amazon that I'm very interested in. These are awesome. Let's see, I put them in my carousel, so let me see if I can find them. There's a couple different options here now, a couple different sizes, a couple different options. That's an expensive one right there. That's a little bit pricey because it's a different set. I think they're gonna show up in my carousel. They're gonna show up highlighted in just a second. Okay, this is the more expensive option, but there's one right next to it, as you can see. So this comes in a set, and they're glass, but they have separators built in. Like, how awesome is that? So I have the tall plastic clear containers with lids from Amazon. That's really good. I'm sure they're working out really, really well. I love the meal prep containers. Also the wide clear plastic containers. Okay. And how do you like them? Are they good quality? Are they lasting long? Okay, whoops, you know what? I'm not left-handed. Why am I trying to be left-handed here? I'm not left-handed. That's ridiculous. What am I trying to do? Okay, so ½ pound of broccoli on each side. And then I've got a ½ pound left, and that's gonna go with my husband's steak tomorrow. So it's gonna be delicious for him. Anyway, for him. Okay, so I've got all my meals set for tomorrow, and like I said, you said they're working amazing. That's good. That's really good. It's important when you find something that really, really works, then it's like it's great because then you don't have to search anymore. You can literally just reorder if you need more. And I love that feature in Amazon too, where when you if you go to, I think it's purchased before or ordered before or something like that. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it basically, you can just reorder, which is great. Let's see here. Although I wash by hand, great quality as well, and quantity. Yeah, by hand, yeah, that's probably like super important because I think some plastics you cannot put in the dishwasher. And then if you can, you have to be careful because if you have to put them on the top rack. But then I've done sometimes by accident, I've had them fall down, the plastic ones, they fall in the middle of washing and then they get burnt from the dishwasher, which is like crazy. Let's see, you can put a hot pan right out of the oven onto a granite countertop and it will not hurt it. Okay, thank you, Karen. Thank you for letting me know. I've heard this from so many people, but I don't know what it was. It's like I'm not believing them or something. But yeah, no one has told me different. So thank you for confirming that for me. So I use the tall containers also for my boiled eggs, for grab and go snacks. That's a great idea too. I think I do have some plastic containers. I don't use them as often as I do with these because I put these in the microwave, but I definitely do. Yeah, and it might melt in the dishwasher. Yeah, I think the plastic probably, it's very risky to put the plastic in the dishwasher for sure. Yeah, so I try to be, I mostly hand wash plastics. That, and I was also told that when you heat plastics up, which is the same reason you don't want to microwave them, that it kind of like brings out the chemicals or whatever, heating them. So yeah. Yes, your chicken looks amazingly yummy. Thank you. I'm excited. I might have to have one of them tonight because I am very hungry. Yeah, so even though this took forever to show you guys, this is something that can easily be done very quickly in less than an hour, and obviously more meals, super easy. I just love taking my time so I can speak to you guys because I want to explain everything, and then, then I like talking with you guys and hearing your updates and stuff for those of you that are joining me again. So it's always, always, always fun to see, everybody come back. So I really enjoy you guys a lot. I want to try and make your chicken. It's very easy, very easy. It's literally, and I didn't even need to marinate it for very long. Are you able to link the spices you used for the chicken? I don't know. See, somebody's asked me that before, but I'm afraid if I get out of this, I'm going to have to do like a test thing or something, maybe. I don't know. I'm afraid if I go and try to add things to my carousel in the middle of the live, that'll kick me out. And I don't want to be like rude and then all of a sudden, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to figure it out. But yeah, so let me tell you again what I did to the chicken. Very easy. I juiced a lemon with this beautiful juicer that I have right here that I absolutely love. Just one lemon for all the chicken. And I chopped up some garlic. I think it was like 4 cloves of garlic. You can just post it to your YouTube, in the description. Can I? I'll have to do that then. I'll have to do that. I'll take a look. All right. So I didn't know that. I'm learning. This is so crazy. I just found out about Amazon Live, I want to say like 3 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And so I'm just kind of like still getting used to everything. And I know I think it's been around, I don't know how long it's been around. September? I don't know. Maybe a little longer. But yeah, so chicken, right? Chicken's super easy. So lemon juice. Put it in the raw chicken. Then I chopped up 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. You could use more if you want to. Salt and pepper. And then what else did I use? A little bit of avocado oil spray. And I just let that sit for I want to say maybe 20 minutes as I made those fries. And then that was it. Super easy. So, yeah, that is, oh wait, I have another, you said I have been shopping Amazon over 1.5 years now and never scrolled my Amazon account ever. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm I don't know why I'm just finding out about all this now. But yeah, so this is super easy to meal prep. And again, once this cools down, I'll just put these tops on here, literally just have all my meals. And you never knew live existed either. Yeah, it's crazy. My husband, he's the one that found out and he's like, why aren't you doing lives? And I was like, I I don't know. Like I had no clue that it even was here. So yeah, so I'm really excited. Next time I'm going to be on live is going to be Wednesday. So join me Wednesday at 12:35 Central Standard Time if you want to work out with me. I'm going to show you an awesome workout. You get to meet my dog Cairo if you haven't already. He's like a big teddy bear. He's so funny. Sometimes he gets in the way, makes it a little awkward, but also very entertaining. So definitely join me. And if workouts are not your thing, I'm here Friday making that amazing bread. So you don't want to miss out on that. There's random trivia nights. So make sure that you are joining all of my lives if you want to catch a giveaway, another giveaway. And yeah, and so last thing, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on, if you're looking at like, exercise stuff, that's on my Instagram. And what else here? Yeah, I mean, just, don't miss out. When I hit those 2,000 followers here on Amazon Live, I'm going to be doing a giveaway of a $500 Amazon gift card live. That's what you got to do. You can enter now by following me. Jennifer, thank you so much for following and welcome, by the way. I'm so excited when I have like new people joining and stuff. Like I just like love to have more people join in and stuff. It makes it a lot of fun. So welcome. Happy to have you here. But yeah, definitely you can join now by following me first. Then when I get to the 2,000 followers, the random giveaway is going to happen. So you don't want to miss out. You can actually go ahead and make sure that you're doing the snapshot showing that you're following me and that you're on the live. So, and that, I'm so excited about this. Yeah, it's going to be great. So I will join you for your workout. Great live stream, yummy food. Have an amazing night. Always remember you're amazing. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I'm so excited that you're joining me on Wednesday. That's awesome. So thank you again, guys. I really appreciate it. I love hearing about like all your updates and stuff. I hope this helps some of you guys out. I know it was a little lengthy, but it definitely is super easy and can be super quick if you're not talking a lot like me. Oh, so why did you use the stove instead of the air fryer for your chicken and your broccoli? Karen, that's a great question. So I could have, right? I could have used my air fryer, but to be honest with you, it was super easy and super quick to just shove them all on one pan. This way I didn't, because I'm cooking a lot of chicken. Now I actually did, last time I cooked the potatoes and I put them on one shelf and then put the chicken on another, but that's when I had less chicken to cook. So I can do that. I just chose to show you guys my grill pan. So I wanted to I like to show like different things here and there. I could have cooked everything in the air fryer, but just for the sake of, I had the oven already heated and then I had some other things that I wanted to show you guys for demonstration. But yeah, I could have cooked it all in the air fryer. Just I wouldn't have been able to fit everything all at once though. But yeah, so that's a great question. But yeah, any other questions? If you guys have any other questions before I go, I want to make sure that I'm answering all questions. Again, I really appreciate all of the follows, all the new people. Thank you so much for joining. I'm super happy to have you guys. And join me on Wednesday if you want to work out with me, okay? Friday's bread. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Have a good evening.